All right, what's up, guys? We're back with another Crossfire. This time we got a whole new crew who's never been on here. Up first, we got Chad.
What up?
We got Van,
What's up?
Jack,
How we doing?
and Boone.
I've been drinking.
And also with us, this time we got like a referee, J-Mo. He's gonna assign the points. I'll just
I'm
ask the
back,
questions.
boys.
What up, J-Mo?
So,
We got a good crew here tonight.
Yeah, this is a good one. We'll get right into it. Chad, you kick us off. Who is the best quarterback in league history?
I'm gonna go with Bryce Hepp from the New York G-Men. And for one reason only, he's the only quarterback that I know that was generated rookie. I don't remember anyone else besides like Sprinkles and yeah. Happy baby.
Nice.
Happy
Van.
Oh, I'm going with that guy last cycle, full cult for the Eagles. That guy right out of the box is perfect, especially these trash QBs that EA's making now.
Who got him? Aries?
Yeah, full cult. Remember that dude? He came out of the box with like 94 throwing power, all mid-80s, deep, short. The guy was a beast.
So you're just going Madden ratings, not performance? Gotcha.
No, yeah, I'm not going performance. I mean, because Blair Overhauser or whatever lit it up, and he was pretty low.
All right. Jack.
Well, I think there's been probably way too many XCFL quarterbacks that have been really good. So I'm going to go a different route. I'm going to go with who's not the best ever. I think it's not Marcus Mariota. It's not David Fales. It's not Deshaun Watson.
Wow.
It's not Hudson Fowler. And
This is personal.
It's not Jared
This
Goff.
is
And it's not
personal.
Bill Palmer.
Holy smoke.
What do you think all those
What?
guys have in common? Boone, you want to help us out?
They're the greatest QB coach ever. That's what they all have in common.
All right. And then Boone.
I mean, I got to go with my guy, Marcus Mariota, from, I think it was Madden 16. He's the only player we've had win 3 MVPs. He was simply lights out. Didn't win anything. I mean, if winning's important to you, he didn't do much of that. But stat-wise, the man was a beast. He just never had a defense because I didn't believe in it. We threw the ball, and that's it.
All right, J-Mo, who do you got?
Well, Blair Overhauser was probably the best, so no one got that right. But I will give
I mentioned
three.
him. I mentioned him.
You did mention him. I'll give Boone 3 because Mariota was awesome, and Boone used to be a slinger back then, so you'd get negative points now. But for back then, I'll give him 3. 2, I'm going to go to Van. I'll give Jack 1, even though he didn't answer the question, just because Chad was half.
The historical fact. Come on, now. That's a 3-point answer.
All right, boys. NFC South has a lot of turnover recently. Are they going to be the next team to give up an opening, or are you taking the field? And it's Van. Van leads us off.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking I can't say goodbye to Irek yet. I think the Saints are going to do another turnover. And he's going to keep creeping until he gets back in.
All right, Jack.
I'm going to have to take the field. And hear me out on this. I see Chad going on a season-long binge and losing every game next season. He actually trades the Texans to Air V so that Air V can get that first overall pick. And then Chad gets removed from the league as the Giants in the NFC East.
That's something.
Boone.
I'm going to go with the NFC West. I believe that the Seahawks owner is going to get a lot of losses here. We're going up against Brent and Nick, and that's never fun. I can tell you personally, I don't enjoy it. And, well, I'm going to beat the living hell out of him in 2 weeks. So he's just going to call it a day and say he wants no part of this division. He's going to leave.
And then, Chad, you finish us off on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the field. I think Brian's gonna be the next one out. He used to light it up all over. He's been nothing but dog shit this cycle. So I think Brian's cunt and shit and leaves. So yeah.
All right, J-Mo, you want to hear from anyone else, or you got your answer?
No, I think we're good. We're going to go with Jack because that seems the most likely. Chad definitely bouncing out to try to get back in, and his team is trash. 2, we're going to give to Van because I do believe that Iraq is just going to troll whoever has the Saints until he makes his way back. And we'll give Chad 1, although I don't think it'll be Brian because he self-admitted that he just hides when he loses. So I think he loves it too much to leave, but there's a chance, I guess. And Boone, you're not beating
24-point. Let him blow another 24-point game. I think Brian will be out the league soon enough.
We got our. We're bringing back our 2v2 round. 2 points to both members of the winning team. So we got Jack and Chad versus Boone and Van. You combine rosters, and you play like we had that last question.
Why do I get Boone? Why do I get Boone's roster?
I don't know. Just random.
That we got his
I mean,
team
outside
already.
of the quarterback, my roster is pretty phenomenal.
So,
I mean, I don't see the problem. It's not like Chad's team. Chad's team is trash. He has no offense. It's freaking 60 starting for him.
Oh, geez, that's a tough question.
Who exactly is like controlling the rosters? Because if Chad's playing for us, then I'm
Van's
going
playing.
Van and Boone. You know,
Van's
it really doesn't
playing.
matter who they have on the roster. I just don't trust Chad.
No, if
After
Boone
Van's
has my
playing.
vodka,
No,
sodas,
No.
cocktails,
It's
and an
2v2
entire
in
bottle
that.
of Girls Not Out.
In this scenario, it's 2v2 in that KO mode. So you're both playing. You're both on the same.
Oh, then me and Boone can crush Chad and Jack, no problem.
You're so fucking dumb.
Again, I mean, it's hard to trust Chad. You know, like who knows if he just crushed an entire bottle of Girls Night Out.
I mean, this is pretty simple. The game is about running. We have Zeke and we have Gurley. What are we talking about?
They got guys over there. J-Mo,
That's
who you
And
got?
Leonard
one.
Fournette.
We have two.
Baby, your boy.
We got Van Der Esch. Jalen Smith.
We got guys.
Selah.
Fournette, dude.
Aaron Donald. Jesus.
Yeah. Aaron Donald.
Man.
Aaron Donald and D-Law.
Listen.
Who you taking?
Let me swing all over everyone on offense, and then Jack controls the defense, using his linebacker, and it's game over.
You just said to yourself, you control offense, we win. Auto.
I was going to say Aaron Donald.
I control offense and let you guys
know. Times the amount of sacks as that guy.
Jimmo, who you taking?
This is a cluster. So
I'm not touching the stick until.
But if we're doing, we're gonna go
down. If we're ever down, that's when I'll touch the stick. Other than that, I'll let Van handle it. They have Chad. They lose. Tell me more. We're gonna go
so goddamn stupid.
Why is Chad calling everyone stupid?
Who'd you have, J-Mo? He didn't hear you.
Hold on, J-Mo.
Well, we're gonna go with
Van.
Boone
versus
Boone
and
drinking.
Van this year is about 100-0.
Then follow-up question to that. This one's for Jack and Chad. Who are you guys? Who's calling the offense plays and playing quarterback, and then the other person's on defense?
I know who needs to.
Are we getting? Is it sober Chad playing, or how we?
Yeah.
Sober Chad. All right. If we're going sober Chad, I feel pretty comfortable with Chad calling the plays. I'll play defense.
Gotcha. And then Van and Boone.
Well, Boone's on defense.
Boone's on defense.
Yeah.
Wow. I was gonna say Van's gonna handle it both unless we get down, and then maybe I'll step on a stick.
But
I'll let Van handle both.
Boone,
I think our roster's that much better.
We take that one.
So, Jamie, who takes the 2v2 round overall?
It's gonna be Van and Boone. Jack said he's gonna have Chad pick the plays. He's gonna use Ask Madden.
Madden's never wrong, baby.
All right, back to Chad will lead us off. The four of you are in a division, Chad. What division are you taking? And give me the standings, top to bottom.
All right, I'm taking the NFC East. I'm going. I got the Giants. I'm first, obviously. Second is gonna be Jack and the Redskins. Third is and Boone's Eagles.
Is it just me? Is that
Yeah,
me?
I can't.
Or is that?
That was
said a
us.
thing,
That was
Oh,
I can't hear Chad at all. I can't hear
I
Chad at
thought
all.
it was the liquor. I was like, damn, it's the Fireball. Holy
All right.
shit!
So yeah, Chad sounds drunk.
Same
Chad's
question.
on
hear
water.
me?
We can now.
No, Chad.
Run it back real quick. 1 through 4. Who'd you have, Chad?
All right, we're taking the NFC East. I'm number 1 with the Giants. Jack's number 2 with the Redskins. Van's number 3 with the Cowboys, and Boone's last with the Eagles because he stinks.
All right. Van, who you got?
Oh, I got Jack number 1 with the Skins. I got Boone number 2 with the Cowboys. I got me number 3 with the Eagles, and I got Chad number 4 with whoever's left.
All right.
Big Blue, baby.
And then Jack.
Clearly, I'm number 1 with the Redskins. I'm going to go Van number 2 with the Cowboys. I'm going to go Boone number 3 with the Eagles, and I'm going to go Chad, unfortunately, number 4 with the Giants.
Oh,
You guys are so fucked.
Boone, who you got?
I think I agree with Jack on that one. I think he wins that round.
Who you got, Boone?
Way to throw in the towel, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck Jack and him getting the fucking Redskins. You're not getting the fucking Redskins, okay? We're going AFC West because I want something different. I feel like that's the only division that has enough firepower, okay? I'm gonna go 1. Jack is probably gonna have the Raiders, Josh Jacobs, because he's young. And he's gonna be number 1. I'm gonna go me number 2, and I'm probably gonna be the Chiefs because that's the only way I could be number 2 and deal with Van and his Chargers. Okay. And then Chad is gonna have the Broncos and be trash because he's always
Jesus
drunk.
Christ.
There we go. That's how we're gonna do it.
Oh, I like that, Boone. That was all right.
JMO, who you got?
Boone gets 3. He's the only one who picked a different division. You know, in this scenario, Jack doesn't have to be the NFC East, guys. Number for 2 points, we're gonna get Jack because Van even gave him the points. He said that was a great one, so that's fine. We're gonna give 1 point to Chad because he started off with the NFC East, and Van just named off the team, so he's gonna go with 0.
Wow.
All right. Then we're gonna do a new thing, head-to-head round. It's gonna be
God.
Jack versus Boone in the first one. Boone can go first. What's the more impressive accomplishment, a Viper Super Bowl or a Super Bowl in 2 different cycles?
A Super Bowl in 2 different cycles. Viper was impressive. Like even as bad as he was, you know, like overall wise, his stats are kind of trash. He had an amazing team around him. The only thing he lost was Brandon Cooks. So he still had Todd Gurley. He had a great line with Trent Williams on the side. He had a great defense, and Aaron Donald putting up 20-plus sacks. And then Abukum was a freaking secondary defensive rusher. So he had a great team around him. That wasn't as impressive as, you know, 2 different cycles, you building a team and winning against not only just 2 different sets of 32 people, but building a team twice from scratch. You know, that's more impressive to me.
I like the strategy. He took your answer probably. What do you got, Jet?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like that's some reverse psychology. And I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm gonna also go with Super Bowls in 2 different cycles because winning the Super Bowl with Vic Palmer just isn't that special, especially considering the fact that how Boone plays. He's just a check down freak.
Holy shit.
Throws a bunch of short passes. His average pass is about 7.8 yards.
It's like you haven't seen me play all
If you
year.
want to throw drags and slants all day, yeah, you're going to win in Madden. So
Wow.
way more impressive to win, too.
I can't wait till next.
And then Chad versus Van. Chad can lead us off. This special question coming from our commish. What's the worst way to lose a playoff game? To throw a goal line interception when you're down less than a field goal, or give up a game-winning drive and a 2-point conversion in like 18 seconds? Chad, lead us off.
I'm going with the pick at the goal line for my book. The Marshawn Lynch just run it in. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, that hand is kicking in for
him. With that.
Van, what
run
you got?
That bitch in, baby.
Well, I'll tell you, I have one answer to that. Obviously, it's the pick at the goal line because it has not gone away. Regan reminds me on a daily basis. It was second down. I could have ran it. It kills me every day. That's definitely the way.
But that Brian and Chad game, I mean, he literally scored with like
Oh
10
yeah, that
seconds
was
left,
crazy.
and then Brian went right down the field and got the 2 point. But you're still sticking
And
with yours?
I don't know, wasn't there something with Brian not calling a timeout or something on a third down to make that even worse? So I'd have to relive it, but right now the pain seems a little bit too deep for me on my own mistake.
All right, both going with the same answer. What do you got, JMO? Who won their respective questions?
Well, I was gonna give it to Boone originally because Jack copied his answer, but Jack's answer was so much better, and he lit Boone up. So we're gonna give Jack the point. And we're
So
gonna give
three people
we're gonna
have been
give
drinking.
Van
Okay.
the point over Chad.
Nice.
J-Mo, what's in
Jimmy,
your
you're hating
cup?
so fucking
You
hard.
must
Over
have
your
something
boys.
good in your cup.
I'm drinking Crown.
Jack leads us off on this one. XCFL flag football game. You gotta give us two captains, the first and second overall pick, and the 32nd overall pick.
All right. I guess the two captains, I'd probably go with you and Josh are probably my two captains. I'd say you because you'll find a way to complain about your draft picks, and then Josh because it'll be a total dumpster fire of a team. I'm gonna go with the first overall pick being Tosh because if you ask Tosh, he's got the world record of most tackles in a high school season. And then second overall pick, I'm going NWS because I've seen pictures of that guy and he looks like a real good athlete. And then I guess for last pick, like always, you just got to go Chad. That's the easy pick.
I like it. All right, Boone.
Oh shit! We were doing like people. Okay. I'm gonna have to go with as team captains, Jack and probably Pride. I'd be interested to see how Pride can game plan a fucking flag. Like I feel like he'll draw up like intricate fucking plays with like 3-level reads and shit. So I'm gonna go with the first overall pick being probably Nick because he's in shape. Well, no, he's the captain. I can't do that. Well, fuck. Let's go with Jack. This is the first overall pick. And we're gonna go with. I have to be second overall pick because I just think I'm gonna freaking ball on y'all. I feel like you are all old and I'm faster than you. So, last overall pick has got to be. And I hate to say this. I'm so sorry. I love this guy to death, Robert. Just because I feel like he's a little. That's what we're gonna go with.
It's like
Like it.
87.
Van.
Yeah, well, the first two off the top, I'm taking Jack and Tosh as 1 and 2. That's a combo you can't beat. But the 32nd pick, man, I'm taking Boone. He's going to be late to every game. He's not going to be showing up. He's going to be stuck in traffic. We need people who can play. Availability is the most important attribute, baby.
Who's your two
Who
captains?
cares if the touchdowns come in the second half? Who cares when they come? They're gonna come.
Oh, well, the two captains, I'm going with Big B, and I'm definitely going with Pride.
Nice. And Chad, finish this off.
All right, my two captains are going to be first captain's going to be Jack because he played like D1 football or whatever. And then the second captain is going to be me because I'm basically equivalent to playing D1 football, but tore my ACL. My first round pick is going to be Aries because that's a big boy. And then my second round pick is going to be Eagle because we lit it up in Coast Guard flag football. Couldn't be stopped. And Aries could be our lineman for us. And last pick's going to be Little Nicky because he's short, white, and retarded.
Little Nicky. Little Nicky.
He's tugging at JMO's heartstrings there with that answer. JMO, who do you got for points?
Man, that's a tough one, guys. We're gonna give Jack 3 on that one. Boone 2. Although I think I'm not sure if I misheard it. I thought he said Jack was a captain, then he said Nick was a captain. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I might have misheard that.
Jack and Nick were captains and first picks.
Yeah, so
No,
maybe
no.
not.
I said Nick and Pride, and I was gonna
You
pick
said
Nick.
Jack and Pride, and then
You said
And
Jack
when I was
and
like,
Pride.
nah. I'm like 5 to be
Get
fair.
him out.
It's
Get
not-
him out of
That
here.
Henny's hitting. We're taking that point away. We're going Jack 3. We're gonna give Chad 2 because he put Grizz on the team and said that they were champions. We're gonna give Van 1 and Boone. You got to get that Henny back.
All right.
Who cares about college intramurals? What the hell?
It's worse than that. It's Coast
Yeah,
Guard.
powder puff football game MVPs. We don't care what he did in high school as a cheerleader, okay?
Hey,
All right, the
we'll
last one before we gotta kick someone off. Has the XCFL seen the last of IREC? And Boone leads us off on that one.
What was the?
you're gone. See you later.
Has the XCFL
No, he went.
seen the
No,
last of
no,
he
IREC?
went out on me. He went. We haven't seen the last Iraq because honestly, he was a decent player. And I mean, he adds a good amount of like animosity and little rivalry to the league. You can't get rid of a guy like that. Like it's just that work that keeps the league going and keeps it more entertaining. So I'm sure we'll see Iraq again. I don't think it'll be this season, but maybe towards like the June time when we start to slow down and we lose some of like the bottom 5 players that are kind of like not really locked in. He'll probably come back.
All right. Chad.
But I'm sorry, but I totally disagree. I think Eric's gone. I don't think most people liked him. I hated him for one.
But I'm on the Henny.
All of his jokes at me were corny as shit, so I'm happy. So I don't think he's ever coming back.
What?
I don't think we ever really lose a part of IREC. I think as this seasons go on, I think we're always going to have a little bit of part of him still in our league because the league will go so much faster not having him in here.
And Van, close us out.
Well, just recent ongoings with rifling through new owners, not understanding the rules. I think we're going to hit the bottom of the wait list probably faster than we think. I think Rex going to come back in. He's going to say his sorries, and he'll see his day here.
I like it.
I'll pull everyone I know to play, get him into Madden before I let IREC back in this fucking league.
Jamo, what do you got?
Boone's gonna get 3 because the rivalries are everything, and man, those chats were pretty fire. We're gonna get Van 2, Jack 1, and Chad doesn't get anything because his audio makes me feel like I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Well,
Chad's
I don't even know what he said.
Good news, Chad.
He's underwater in a hot tub.
You get to go to bed early, bud. So we gotta send you home on that one.
I'm out.
Yeah.
That's horseshit. Later.
Later, buddy. And then on to question 9. 2 questions. Send one more person home. What changes would you make to the rules, if any? And I think Jack leads us off.
I guess I would go with maybe some sort of like playing game for the new guys waiting on the waiting list. I think for a couple reasons. Obviously, you get the entertainment. You could spice things up, get Boone or some of those guys as the hosts. But secondly, I think you find out real quickly who will do anything to cheese, who will do anything to break the rules just to get into the league. So you kind of weed those guys out.
Nice. Van?
I think I take 32 to 35% on the wide receiver role. I think that I don't force the ball to Cooper very much, and I'm always right on the line. I think naturally it'd be nice just to move it up a couple of percentage.
Boone?
I would take out, and I don't know if this is a rule per se, but I would take out the idea or the how we move. Where if you have an opponent who's going away or can't make a game, you automatically get a force win. I feel like you should have to earn that against a CPU. That's a little annoying that you can just get a win just because someone else is not there. You should still have to play that team, even if it's a computer. I don't care how tough the computer is. Computer's beatable. You should have to earn the win in some way. You shouldn't just be able to take a win.
All right. Jamo?
One, I'm gonna go with Jack for 3 or 2 or whatever points we're doing. Jack takes that. I like the idea of the playing game and the audio behind that.
Low hanging fruit.
I don't like the wide receiver rule. I really don't like Boone's rule because you can't even user pick the computer. But I don't like increasing the wide receiver rule because people are cheesing hard enough as it is. So I'm gonna go with Boone as second, Van is third.
No.
Yep. I've never had a guy that's that close, even when I had Rawls, and I did force it to him.
All right, last question before we got to send one home, and it's really tight. Van, lead us off. You got a player lock on one person on defense for the rest of the cycle. Who are you picking?
Oh, I'm taking that young middle linebacker from Pittsburgh, Devin Bush. X factor, 91 speed, great zone, great man. He's been developed nice. He's 24 years old. Absolutely a force in the middle. I'm taking Devin Bush.
All right, Boone.
I'm taking outside linebacker. I can't do middle linebacker because you're in a lot of zone coverage more than you would be on the outside, and we can't use a pick. That's no fun. Like all I'm gonna do is just sit there and be in the way and not put my hands up. I want to at least be able to play a little zone where I can swat a little, and I can also attack on a couple, outside rushes. So it gives me a little bit of everything to affect the game. So and then I got to book him, so that should be fun.
How old is he?
26, 27, 26.
So he's retired already.
No, he's got a good 3, 4, 5, 6 years. We can stretch that out.
Jack,
Finesse moves on 90.
I'm going to go with Derwin James because all you got to really do is sit in the middle and flick the right stick down, and you're going to cause about 3 fumbles a game and get a bunch of wins because of it. So he's young. He's got that trait, so I think it's got to be Derwin James.
All right, JMO. This will be sending someone home. What do you got?
Oh, man. All right, well, we're going to go 3 to Van, 2 to Jack, and 1 to Boone. I don't even know who Boone was talking about there, but he just said outside linebacker. But we'll go 3 to Jack, 2 to Van, 1 to Boone.
That's gonna put Jack at 17, Boone at 14, and Van at 15. So we're gonna.
Ain't this some bullshit? I call bullshit. I want to recount.
You went with a homer pick.
I want to recount.
All right,
Bye.
Down to our last 2. We got 3 questions. JMO, resetting points.
Yeah.
Why is it down to Jack?
Keep it even.
Jeez, man.
All right, JMO, reset points. Here you go. So each question's worth 1. Is that what we're doing?
Sure.
Best 2 out of 3. All right. What is the most important position in the in XCFL? Like on your team?
Yeah. Who's going first?
That's a good question. Jack.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll take it. I'd have to say probably the cornerback. I feel like most of the users in our league either control linebackers or defensive linemen for obvious reasons. You can't intercept passes if you do control the defensive back. On offense, obviously you're controlling whoever has the ball, and then if you're good enough, you can really kind of manipulate what the offensive line does through how you're playing with your stick skills. So I really feel like defensive back, particularly corners, are the ones that you don't user. So having them be, as good as you can get them is probably the most important.
All right. What do you got, Van?
So we're doing 1 on defense and 1 on offense then, right?
No, just like what positions are most important in the XCFL?
I think absolutely a X factor defensive end, one of those big studs that, Hunter or D-Law, anytime you can make a quarterback panic, no matter whether you double him or not, you're in the back of his head and he forces throws. I think a big stud defensive end absolutely is the most important.
JMO, who's taking the point?
Yeah, I do like Jax at the cornerback because the elite cornerbacks can definitely change the game. But in this game, when you have those X factor DNs, like you could be winning and all of a sudden they get 4 straight sacks. So we're going with Van on that one.
Okay. Question 2. Van leads us off. Who is the best non-troll XCFL Twitter?
Oh, I like this. No Sport Track guy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say him.
Yeah,
I love. Absolutely, the guy it's such a refreshing thing to see a guy actually put that work in and have all those breakdowns about contracts and have it about our league and not all this bitching back and forth. I absolutely love that guy. He's been a great addition.
Oh yeah, real quick, shout out to. I'll let Jack get his in case it's the same guy.
I couldn't even really hear which one he said.
He took that Spotrack.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say the Brandon Colt guy. I mean, I guess sometimes he has kind of derogatory tweets, but for the most part, he's got like breaking news and behind. I don't know. Sometimes he gets like behind the scenes information, which is kind of cool. Kind of let you know when like trade rumors are popping up, and he does a bunch of like polling and stuff like that. So he's always a good follow, I think, for XCFL members.
All right, JMO, hold your answer just in case
Okay.
you've decided the game. Also, shout out to the new Survivor Twitter because that stuff's lit. But obviously, it hasn't been here for very long, so
It's
we'll
still
just have to
Iraq.
pick that one.
That
It's
looks
still
really
Iraq.
cool.
Last question: what XCFL player in the history of the XCFL have you hated playing the most? And is it Jack? Yeah, Jack leads us off.
I'm gonna go with Van here because it's not even really playing him. It's I hate playing him because I play him like an accordion. I beat his brains in every time I play him. It's just it's usually a laugher. I think this last one was 45-10. I was about half asleep by the end of the third quarter. So
Dude, hold on, time out. I love that answer, but we were talking like specific player, like like someone great like Gordon Todd or Team Spring.
Yeah, Dick, retract that. Hey, and we're about 500 if you look at the.
well, I'm gonna stick with my answer.
All right.
What player? What individual EA or Madden player will we hate playing against?
Who do you hate playing against? Like what specific player? Like player on the field.
Yeah, player on the field. Is it just this cycle?
No, it could be any cycle.
Oh fuck, Barry Brooks.
Barry Brooks.
It didn't matter what coverage you had. Didn't matter what you backed off the corners. Didn't matter what you did. That was it. Barry Brooks.
Unless you had Spencer Fairley and Anthony Byram on your team.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Who do you
but
you want one last rebuttal in there, Jack? On that question?
Yeah.
And by the way, I hate playing Jack too.
Honestly, I think if I was to actually like choose an actual player, it's probably Harrison Smith from the Vikings. I played him a few times, and he just got that like automatic, kind of like Derwin James, the automatic fumble. I can't stand that in this game. It's like the most annoying thing. Like you get tackled by him, and it's just like you cough up the ball no matter what. So that guy's got to be the guy I hate playing against the most.
What cycle?
This one. Yeah, this one.
All right, JMO, you got your votes tallied over there?
Yeah. First off, the players obviously Adoree Jackson. That dude's broken as hell.
Dude, he just destroyed me last week.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I haven't gotten to play him yet. I play him this season, but I haven't.
He's a nut.
Obviously,
he's a nut.
I'm a terrible quarterback user, so it's like worse. But
well, I am too.
But yeah, dude, I've never seen anything like it, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, this is actually sort of a shame, and I feel like this is gonna end up being just like my first time on.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do that.
Oh, I know who he's gonna take.
Van's gonna take the win, but Jack had the most points. So Jack really would have won, but since we reset the points, Van's taking it. Van had I really like that Spotrack answer because that is really cool, and that's sort of what got it for me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that guy's all right, man.
People are gonna be up in arms about this one.
I don't think anyone's upset with Chad being the first one gone, though.
Yeah, no doubt. I was just gonna say congrats, Van. That's probably the first thing you'll ever do.
Whoa!
All right.
Whoa. Hey, dude. Hey, win the division once this cycle, will you?
I'm about to.
Van, all right. His 45 seconds here. What do you got?
That's it. Oh no, that's great stuff, man. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for being on, JMO. That was awesome. I like the guest referee thing. That's sweet.
No problem, man. It's pretty cool.
All right, later, boys.
See ya.